Levack and Goz here with you on 104.5 The Team. And for fantasy football owners, they know the time has come. It is playoff time. Either you're in the playoffs, you're competing for the big prize, or your fantasy football season has come to an end. But fear not, Week 13 in the Death Wish Coffee League, we have a new high score. And it's the winner from the Ultimate Contest from back in the summer. Daniel Snyder joins the show. Daniel, congratulations on being the high score. Let's go back in time. Take us through the process of how you became the fan that was allowed in the Death Wish Coffee League.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, actually, let me start by saying thank you to you and Levack for running this contest and letting me be a part of it. Thank you to Death Wish for allowing me to be the one to join you guys. But most importantly, I'd like to thank my hands for being so great.
Of course. I knew you were going to do something like that. I knew the kissing up could only last so long, and you're going to dig at somebody right there with a little bit of trash talk. But did you enjoy the experience about being with Death Wish Coffee's Fantasy Football League this past fall?
Absolutely. It was wonderful. Everyone that I had met was great, even John Swedish. So I couldn't have been happier. Felt like I was being treated like family.
That's very good. Now, take us through this past week, Week 13. How did your team end up with the high score?
Well, my team ended up with the high score because Carson Wentz is great. Other than that, I really don't know. Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, Carson Wentz have probably been some MVPs for some people this season for sure. Now, usually at some point in this interview, and you've already taken your few digs here and there at people, that people get to talk trash about the upcoming season, about who they're going to take down, who they're going to beat. But you, my friend, you score the high amount of points, you're in the playoff chase, but you didn't make the Death Wish Coffee playoffs?
Yeah, no, you sound confused. I'm confused. I don't understand how I didn't make the playoffs when there were 5 of us. Like, everyone in my bracket is literally 6 and 7 except for one person. So I don't know how that happened. Some might say that it's mediocrity in our bracket. I like to think of it as parity.
Very good, yeah, parity. Probably the reason why it was the total points scored overall in the season. It wasn't enough from the Daniel Snyder side of it, and Daniel Snyder joins us here. He's the high scorer this week in the Death Wish Coffee Fantasy Football League on 104.5 The Team. So you don't make the playoffs. You got to deal with now the trash talk from everybody else. I'm sure the Death Wish guys will be crushing you because you were supposed to be the person who was supposed to bring it home for the fans, but you didn't. Do you feel like you let everybody down who listens to 104.5 The Team?
No, actually, I don't feel like I let anyone down. The only person I had anything to prove to was myself, and I feel just fine.
All right, very good. I tried to give you a loaded question there, and you still didn't bite on it, which is fine, which is perfect. Now I got to give you this question. 6 teams are in the Death Wish Coffee playoffs. You are not one of them. I'll segment a little dig right there, too. Who do you want to see win it all? Do you care now who wins the Death Wish Coffee 2017 Fantasy Football Championship?
Oh, goodness. There are so many people I want to win the league, myself included. Can't happen.
Nope.
But I'm pulling for you and Levack.
That's the right answer. Very good. If you had said just Levack, we would have ended the interview. If you had said John Swedish, we would have ended the interview. Me and Levack, more so me, though, obviously, right?
I couldn't say no to the Godfather.
See, you know what's up. Very good answer there, Daniel Snyder. Death Wish Coffee, why have you become so much of a fan of Death Wish Coffee over the past few months? What makes Death Wish Coffee so good for somebody like you who gets to not only know the staff, but know the product?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, even though I had never met any of the people involved with Death Wish before, they treated me very well. But like I said, like I was family, and that that kind of feeling is what you want to feel when you're invited to join something. That, and they just make superior products.
Very good stuff from Death Wish Coffee. And I know you're a listener of the show. You love tweeting into the show. You love social media. I know you wanted to promote something. Just because you're a loyal listener, I'll let you promote something that you're doing on the social media side of it.
Oh, perfect. Absolutely. Yes, social media. So I have switched over from using my Daniel Snyder Twitter account to my podcast Twitter account. Podcast being Dan Tony Sports, DANTONY, first word. Sports is the second word. We are a sports podcast, talk a lot of football, and we've we've had some wonderful guests and some wonderful talk. So anyone who's interested, we're on after Levack and Goz, so there's no competition there.
Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the time. Thank you for always being a great part of the show. Make sure to follow all this stuff there, and maybe we'll hear back from you later on about who you think should win the Death Wish Coffee League, what happens, your insight on all that. Daniel Snyder, high scorer this week in Death Wish Coffee. Appreciate the time, man.
All right. Thank you so much, Tom.